Josh Loeser, thanks for taking the time, and congratulations. You have the very first men's gymnastics national champion at the NCAA level in Patrick Hoops. Did a great job.
Yeah, thank you. He did a great job. I mean, all the guys did a great job, but he did what he's capable of, and we kind of knew that if he did what he's capable of, that'd probably be the outcome. So, yeah, it was good.
What does he do from here? I mean, he's a junior. He's coming back next year. Do you change routine, make it even harder if there is such a thing?
So, every 4 years when the Olympics comes, it's called FIG. It's the International Gymnastics Federation. They change the code, and they just released the new code changes yesterday. So for the most part, he'll be doing the same stuff that he's been doing, but they're dropping routines down to 8 skills next year. So he's got some upgrades that he's been working. It'll probably be easier to put him in with only 8 skills. So, he just keeps doing what he's doing. He's got U.S. championships at the end of May. So if he does well there, he'll go to Olympic trials at the end of June. So, yeah, that's what's next.
Fantastic. Back to the NCAAs. I think Oliver Zavell in his last gymnastics competition performed very, very well and did great on the P-bars.
Oh, yeah, he did. I mean, great all around. If he'd been in the first session that day, his all-around would have got him into finals. That was the only kind of risk with what we did, is they were more competitive as a team in the second session. That's why we wanted to be in that session. But at the same time, it makes it harder on individuals to get in on their own. So you kind of got to weigh, all right, what's more important? If you got a shot at team, should we take that, or should we just go for individuals? And this year we were close enough. I thought we should go ahead and try for team. Didn't quite pan out the way I wanted it to, but overall they still did a good job. And him in particular, I mean, he's been somebody we can count on all the time, and he did that again this year. So it's awesome to get him, or to watch him do that. Kind of sucks that he's graduating, but I'm sure he's going to be fine. So,
Eric Upton also, finished 10th in the all-around overall. That's an amazing performance, and again, a junior, so he can do even better next year.
Yeah, Eric's always been one of our most consistent guys. So he's one of those guys whenever he raises his hand, you're like, all right, he's going to hit. What kind of score is he going to get? It's not I hope he hits. It's, he's going to hit. What kind of score is he going to get? So he did great. Top 10. He qualified to U.S. championships through that. So he'll be going with Patty at the end of May to Fort Worth for championships. But it's nice that he's coming back next year, because we need that, people like that on our team that we can just count on every time. So
the NCAA portion, of course, is over. So just your take. I would say that's a pretty darn successful season. Your take.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. We didn't accomplish all the goals that I had, so it's good. The guys did great, but just feel like you didn't do everything you could have. Like, as a coach, you're like, man, what else could we have done to make this better? And I don't want to take anything away from Patty. Like, what he did, that's awesome. But at the same time, I kind of expected it. It was like, all right, well, you're personally, I think, the best on this event in the country, one of the top guys in the world. Yeah, you should win NCAAs. And good for him. I mean, he did it. He was able to – he's finally starting to get to where he can kind of calm down in competition and do what he does in practice. And that's always what I thought. If he hits, especially in this country, if he hits probably top 5, does what he does in practice, he's going to win. So, and that's what he did. So, it was good.
Where do you take the team from here? Obviously, you lose Broughton, you lose Zavell to graduation. got some fresh guys coming in probably, and how do you continue to develop this and climb up in those team standings?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've never had to do it before. No, the guys we got coming in, so we're losing 5 seniors. Cole Landis, Jake Sampier, Jake Bicchetti, and then Garrett and Oliver. The two, strictly gymnastics-wise, the two hardest to replace, obviously, are Oliver and Garrett, just because they do every event. And any time that somebody on one of the other events, if Garrett and Oliver weren't already in lineup on that event, if we had somebody go down, we could always ask one of them to fill in. So losing 2 guys that do every event, that hurts. But, we got some guys coming in. We got an all-arounder coming in that's down at the prep school. We got a few more that are going to help us on probably 3 to 4 events each. So I think if everything pans out, we should be in just as good a position next year as we were this year, if not better, possibly better. So I think you got to plan for that when you're recruiting, and it kind of starts early, like whenever somebody comes in as a freshman or maybe it's their sophomore year where you really see him come on, that's when you're like, all right, we got to start looking for somebody to replace this guy because he's going to graduate in a year or 2, so we need to start looking for somebody. And we kind of did that. So I'm pretty optimistic that it'll work out. Yeah.
Should be fun. Josh Loeser, thanks for the time. Good luck moving forward the rest of this gymnastics season, and we'll see you again next year.
Thank you.